Deep in the heart of the emerald jungle, where sunlight filtered through tall ancient trees and golden rays danced on the forest floor, there lived a young lion named Zaro, who dreamed of becoming the bravest king the jungle had ever seen. Zaro was not the strongest lion in the jungle, and he was not the fastest either, but he carried something inside his heart that burned brighter than the midday sun, a desire to prove himself worthy. Every morning, as the birds sang melodies high above the canopy and the cool wind brushed against his golden mane, Zaro would stand on a small rock overlooking the river and imagine the day when the entire jungle would chant his name. But imagination alone could not make him king. And the other animals often whispered that Zaro was too young and too inexperienced to ever lead the jungle. Hearing those whispers made his heart heavy, yet instead of giving up, Zaro decided that he would train harder than anyone had ever trained before. So he began his journey by seeking wisdom from Tara, the old tortoise, who was known across the jungle as the keeper of ancient knowledge and timeless truths. Tara moved slowly but spoke wisely, and she told Zaro that true strength did not come from muscles alone, but from patience, courage, and kindness. Zaro listened carefully to every word, understanding that becoming a great king required more than a loud roar. After learning from Tara, Zaro went to find Kibo, the clever monkey, who swung effortlessly from branch to branch and understood the secrets of strategy and quick thinking. Kibo told Zaro that sometimes winning a battle required intelligence rather than force, and that a calm mind could defeat even the fiercest enemy. Inspired by these lessons, Zaro spent days practicing his focus, learning to observe before acting and thinking before roaring. While Zaro was training, a dark shadow began creeping into the jungle as a cunning hyena named Rax gathered a pack and started spreading fear among the smaller animals. Rax believed that fear was the fastest way to gain power, and he laughed loudly as he chased deer and frightened rabbits just to show his dominance. The jungle grew restless as whispers of Rax's cruelty spread from tree to tree and from nest to nest. When Zaro heard about Rax, he felt both fear and determination rising inside him, because this was the moment he had been preparing for. Instead of charging recklessly into danger, Zaro remembered Tara's wisdom and Kibo's strategy, and he decided to unite the animals first. He called for a gathering near the great waterfall where mist sparkled like diamonds in the sunlight and every animal could hear his voice. Standing tall, though his legs trembled slightly, Zaro spoke not with arrogance, but with sincerity, promising to protect the jungle, not through fear, but through unity. The animals saw something different in his eyes, a spark of courage mixed with compassion, and for the first time they believed he might truly become their leader. With the jungle united, Zaro created a plan to confront Rax in a way that would protect the innocent and avoid unnecessary chaos. He positioned the swift antelopes as messengers, the strong elephants as protectors of the weak, and the monkeys as scouts high above the trees. When Rax and his pack arrived expecting to find a frightened jungle, they instead found an organized community standing together as one. Confused and angered, Rax stepped forward and challenged Zaro directly, mocking his youth and questioning his strength. Zaro felt his heart pounding like thunder, but he remembered every lesson he had learned and stood firm without letting fear control him. Rather than attacking blindly, Zaro spoke calmly, telling Rax that true leadership was not about intimidation, but about responsibility. Rax laughed at first, but when he saw the united animals behind Zaro, he realized that fear had lost its power. In a final attempt to regain control, Rax charged toward Zaro, forcing the young lion to defend himself. The battle was intense, yet brief, because Zaro used both strength and strategy, dodging cleverly and striking with precision instead of rage. Within moments, Rax found himself surrounded not just by Zaro, but by the entire jungle community. Realizing he could no longer win through fear, Rax retreated into the shadows with his pack following silently behind him. As peace returned to the jungle, the animals erupted in cheers that echoed through the valleys and across the riverbanks. Zaro did not roar in pride or boast in victory, because he understood that leadership was a responsibility, not a trophy. He thanked Tara for her wisdom and Kibo for his guidance, acknowledging that no leader rises alone. From that day forward, Zaro ruled not as a tyrant, but as a guardian, listening to the smallest squirrel and protecting the weakest fawn. Under his leadership, the jungle flourished, rivers ran peacefully, and harmony replaced fear. Zaro finally stood once again on the small rock by the river where he once only dreamed. But this time, the chants of his name were real. and as the golden sunset painted the sky in shades of orange and red, Zaro understood that bravery was not the absence of fear, but the courage to rise above it. The jungle learned that unity is stronger than intimidation. Wisdom is stronger than anger, and true kings are made not by power, but by heart. And so the story of Zaro the brave lion became a legend told from generation to generation, reminding every young animal that greatness begins with belief and grows through action.